Hey guys, what is going on today? Bojo here, back again for our NHL 16 and be a GM following the Philadelphia Flyers as we are ready to start our Year 3 playoff run. Yeah, that's about it. We're going to be starting our Year 3 playoff run with this team. So, we finished off the Year 3 with a record of 51, 24, and 7, which is a pretty good record. However, we only got second seed in our division because the Pittsburgh Penguins are ass wipes and ass munchers, and they beat us. And they beat us by a couple of points to win the President's Trophy as well. So, that's unfortunate, but we're still have home ice advantage in this first series up against the 45, 30, and 7 Carolina Hurricanes. So, going into this game, let's see what this Carolina Hurricanes team is going to have for us here in the regular season. See what their lineup looks like so far this year are the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, the thing that sucks is I'm not going to be able to check out injuries on Carolina's team, so which is really unfortunate, but we'll have to see what this Carolina team is all about here. So we're 3 years in with Carolina. Let's see how good their team has become. All right, so no really outstanding point totals in this year on their team for Carolina offensively, but you know, we know what this team is, what this Carolina team has. So, Jordan Staal at an 89, Eric Staal at an 88, Jeff Skinner, 86, Charles Hudon, all right, so they have Charles Hudon, 85, Nathan Gerby, 83, Michael Grabner, 84, Elias Lindholm, 84, Riley Nash, 83, Ryan Garbutt, 83, Nate Thompson, 82, Brock McGinn, 80, Jay McClement, 81, Victor Rask, 77, and Justin Shugg, 77. So, other than the two Stalls, Skinner and Hudon, yeah, this offense is nothing to be worried about whatsoever, without question. Defensively, though, Hayden Fleury at an 85, Justin Falk at an 89, so that's a good, nice little 1-2 punch there. Ryan Murphy, 86, James Wisniewski, 85, Brian Straight, 81, Keegan Lowe, 82, and then Anton Volchenkov, 79. Okay, so their decor is not too bad. I'm pretty sure it's probably Murphy and Falk, Fleury and Wisniewski. No, wait a minute. Yeah, Falk and Murphy, Fleury, Wisniewski, Straight, and Lowe. And then goaltending, they have Eddie Lack and Cam Ward. Cam Ward seems to be their starter since he played more games. So we'll have to see, though, what goaltender they choose to go in for this year. All right, so I think our lines are all set and ready to go. I got to make sure I turn auto-rotate goalies off because I don't want Michael Neuwirth in there. Yep, Steve Mason is indeed the starter. He's at 88 overall. Let me make sure I turn auto-rotate goalies off. Jimmy Lee settings. Auto-rotate goaltenders are off. Injuries are still on for the playoffs, though, which is good. We can send them out to the next game, and then we should be ready to go. All right, so let's go take a look at our lines once again. Going up against the Carolina Hurricanes, not going to change anything, so we're going to have TJ Oshie, Claude Giroux, and Jacob Voracek. Braden Shen, Sean Couturier, and Wayne Simmons, Sam Gagne, Scott Lawton, and Matt Reed, Brandon McMillan, Marcus Kruger, and Ryan White on offense. On defense, Michael Delzato and Travis Sanheim, Robert Hagg and Shane Gostisbehere, Luke Shen, and Ivan Provorov, and then obviously Steve Mason and Michael Neuwirth in goal. All right, so let's get it going here. This Philadelphia Flyers team is looking for, hopefully, past a first round appearance in this GM mode so far. We have only not gotten past the first round because of the Pittsburgh Penguins last year, so we'll have to see how good we do this time. All right, so tonight is game 1 of the series, and we have to view the big picture here, build up confidence, and get those wins. That's what we have to do right now. Look at the big picture. Yep, only 3 losses right there. 3 morale boosts, I should say. Bachman, he's down to a 69 now. Times all on lock into a rocket poon. Yeah, we'll contemplating some changes, whatever. Positive effect. Good for you, Ulf. Good for you. Okay. So, yeah, let's get started, boys. Here we go. Round number 1 against the Carolina Hurricanes. Like I said, other than we shut down the Staal line and Skinner and Hudon, shouldn't be a problem. Their goaltender is like 86, 85, so it could be a little bit of a challenge, but we have them beaten goaltending. They do have us beat on defense, but offense, I definitely think we have the edge on them in the offensive category. All right, so here we go. Sim game number 1 against the Carolina Hurricanes. Home ice advantage for us in the Wells Fargo Center. Let's get this series started. Here we go. First period against Carolina, 0-0, 14 shots to 7. So we got doubled up on shots in the first period. All right. Not the way I want to start out the game, but let's see if we can bounce back here. Second period, 1-0, Elias Lindholm on Steve Mason. All right, so 28 shots to 13. Man, oh man, are we getting our butts kicked here in this game against Carolina, and Jordan Stahl gets one on Steve Mason. They are just out shooting us like it's nobody's business. Flyers, I don't know why we're not getting many shots on net in this game, but oh Jesus, Charles Hudon, 3-0 lead. Jesus Christ. 4-0. Oh my God, they are pouring it on. They were pouring it on. All right, I'm not gonna blame Steve Mason for this loss just because they outshot us like hell. I'm surprised we got 20 plus shots on them this game. 36 shots, a 4-0 shutout by the Carolina Hurricanes in this game, and that is pretty embarrassing to start out game number one without a. That's a pretty embarrassing to go down 1-0 on home ice, especially down 4-0 too. That's not a good way to start this. We need to hold a team meeting here. We need to hold a team meeting right now and see what's going on with this team. Being down in the playoffs is just a few steps away from being out of the playoffs, but yeah, we need to play smart, avoid costly mistakes. I think we can pull this out. Yeah, let's once again, it's just the same three people. I think we can pull this out, boys. I don't know what was up with that first game, but shake it off. And let's see if we can bounce back here. If we have if we have trouble putting shots on net or getting goals, then we'll contemplate maybe some changes. But for right now, let's see if we can just rebound after this game split the series. Here we go. First period. Okay. Well, once again, they started off the scoring again. Hayden Fleury and Jeff Skinner, but then the 1-2 punch, Jake Voracek and Claude Giroux tie the game back up at 2. So 2 goals on 6 shots on Mason. Not really great. 10 shots for us, so we are leading the shots department. At least it is a tie game. All right, come on, boys. Let's go. Second period. All right, tie game again. 21 shots to 15. All right, so once again, we're leading the shot totals, but here we go into the third period at a tie game. Power play for Carolina. Let's see if we can kill it off. Good job on the penalty kill, boys. Good job on the penalty kill. Power play again. Gotta avoid that. Power play for us now. All right, they kill it off as well. 6 minutes left to go here. Come on, boys. Shots are pretty even this game. It's a very even game. Power play late in the game. Capitalize. Oh, I thought we were won, but we're going to overtime. Tie score, tie on the shot, so everything is pretty even in this game up against the Hurricanes. Let's see, power play in overtime. Oh, that's a long one. Oh my God, it's a really long one. Oh my God, why was it that long? That must have been a major of some sort. I don't even know. Nice job though by the penalty kill to kill that freaking power play off. Are we going to a second overtime? Yeah. Oh no, we're not. Matt Reed with 40 seconds left in the first overtime. The 33rd shot by the Philadelphia Flyers all the way out from the point, and Matt Reed gets the game winner. 3-2 win for the Philadelphia Flyers. Whew. Holy crap, that's a big win. Let me look at that freaking penalty status in overtime. High sticking double minor from Sanheim, a cross checking minor from Lawton, and then an elbowing minor from Lawton. Jesus, he got out of the box and then caused another penalty right away. Jesus, but then Matt Reed got the goal from Lawton and Gagne, so I guess he redeemed himself to some advantage, I guess, in some sort. But we'll take it. It's not a pretty win, but the Flyers will take that win nonetheless. All right, so how'd the Phantoms finish? Ooh, Phantoms got the division wins. That's awesome. All right, cool. Or division lead, I guess you could say, finishing first in the conference. That's good. All right, so we tied up the series at 1 apiece, going to Carolina now. And here we go. All right, so that wasn't a pretty win. We got goal scoring, but, you know, penalties seems to be hurting us a lot so far in this series. We're taking a lot of penalties. Got to stay disciplined, boys. Stay disciplined in this game. Here we go. First period. Nothing. 9 shots to 11. All right, so fairly even game so far. Second period, 2-0. I like that. Jacob Voracek and Braden Shen, 3 minutes apart from each other. 24 shots to 15. We took advantage of them in the second period. To say the least, we got a 2-goal lead going into the third period here. See if we can hold on. 5-on-4 power play again for Carolina, and they are going to capitalize. Justin Falk on Steve Mason. I don't know if that's a power play goal or not. I'm not sure if the power play pops up or not on the in-game, during this on ice simulation. I'm not sure if it does or not. Charles Hudon ties the game up at 2 though, right after the Flyers had that power play. 30 shots to 27 on net this game. 30 shots apiece again, and we're going into overtime tied at 2 once again. 32 shots to 30. All right, so we're going to have another overtime game here in game number 3 between these two teams. Come on, boys. We got to stay disciplined here in overtime, though. There you go. Ivan Provorov. Leave it up to the rookie defenseman, the 7th overall pick in 2015. Capitalizes here in year number 3 and gets the game winner. First shot in overtime as well, or the first shot from the Flyers in overtime. Ivan Provorov from the point, and that's going to be another good goal there. 3-2 win once again for the Philadelphia Flyers as they hold on for the victory. Ivan Provorov from Scott Lawton and Matt Reed. So it looks like that third line has had both overtime winners for the wins, as Provorov's on the third defensive pair as well. So we'll take it. We'll take it. A 2-1 series lead over the Carolina Hurricanes after some pretty crazy games. Pretty crazy games so far. All right, so here we go. Game number 4 up against the Carolina Hurricanes. 2-1 series lead. I want to kind of have a lead. I did have a lead in that second period, but we did blow it. We had a 2-goal lead and we blew it. So come on, boys. We got to make sure we hold on to these leads when we get them. Here we go. Up 2-1. Let's see if we can take a 3-1 series lead. First period. There we go. They got a goal from Wayne Simmonds early on. And, whoops, started the period again. Did I start the period? I did. Hold on. Pause the simulation. Didn't want to do that right away there, but there we go. Wayne Simmonds scored that a minute into the game. And then 8 minutes later, Shane Gostisbehere from the point on Cam Ward. So the Flyers do have a 2-0 lead after the first. And 10 shots apiece for each team. So very good first. Let's finish up the second period here. As is still a 2-0 lead for the Flyers, 17 shots to 18. All right, so once again, pretty even on the shots category. Another 2-goal lead going into the third period here, but I am more comfortable with a 3-goal lead. Thank you very much, Jacob Voracek, to take a 3-0 lead over the Carolina Hurricanes. It's a power play for them coming up, and nice job by the penalty kill there. Power play for us once again, and nothing doing there, but we got 5 minutes left here on the clock. 4, 3, 2, 1. And Steve Mason will get himself a shutout in game number 4, 3-0 over the Carolina Hurricanes. A 23-save shutout for Steve Mason, as the Flyers will take this one 3-0 over the Carolina Hurricanes. Very nicely done. Good job there from Steve Mason. Ryan White has been injured with a pulled groin. His estimated return is April 28th. Okay. Team's lines must be edited. All right, let's edit up the lines. Ryan White's a 4th liner. It's not a big deal. We have the guys who can fill in for that. We have the players who can fill in for that. Probably Van de Velde. Probably want to go with Pierre-Edouard Bellemare right here. Yeah, let's go with Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. Let's substitute him in there because I do think we have to substitute him for penalty kill. All right, yes we do. All right, so Kruger, Lawton, Couturier, and let's put Wayne Simmonds on for the penalty kill. Because I know Simmer's got some good defensive stats, so let's throw Simmonds in there. So April 23rd. I have to go check when that is. When that date is. April 23rd. He's like literally missed. He's gonna miss like a couple of games. He might actually be back for this game. Let's see. Did I simulate that game? No, I didn't. I don't know what the hell's up to that. Sim to the next game. There we go. All right, so let's hold the team meeting. I don't know what's up with that. Simulating was kind of weird there, but whatever the case. All right, so Flyers are up 3-1 in this series over the Hurricanes after dropping the first one. They have stormed back for 3 straight with 2 overtime wins. All right, so we win tonight. It's off to the next round of the playoffs. Let's get it done, and once again, let's just play smart. Continue to do what we are doing, and we should have no problem with this team. I'm much more comfortable about the last game than the 2 previous games. Goal scoring has been, it's minor, about 2 or 3 goals per game, which is nice. And Steve Mason had a nice little game there, posting a shutout. So once again, we're back at home for game number 5, up 3-1 in the series. Let's see if we can close this out on home ice, boys. Here we go. First period, 2-1. All right, Couturier does get the scoring started, but then the depth of the Hurricanes comes in here in the first with Ryan Garbutt and Nate Thompson with 48 seconds left. So they take a 2-1 lead, 9 shots to 8. Not really great start there for Steve Mason. So come on, boys, let's pick it back up for him. Second period. There you go. I like that. Luke Shen ties up the game on Cam Ward. Nice little goal there from the point again. Carolina is out shooting us again, though, 24-14. Don't like that. We need to really post some shots up here in this third period to make this competitive. And, of course, Riley Nash right there in the middle of the slot ties this game, or takes the lead 3-2. And Jeff Skinner makes it 4-2. Yeah, once again, this was another game where Carolina just throwing shots on the net, and our power play is not really cashing in on its opportunities, to say the least. And 5-2, another goal there from Jeff Skinner. All right, boys, don't worry about it. Carolina once again had one of those games where they just did not stop shooting the puck. They did not stop shooting the puck, and they got the win for it. That's why they got the win for it. They got the win for it. All right, so we're gonna have to hold another team meeting here. Let's go, boys. Come on. Once again, same thing. Just gotta play smart here. Stay more not disciplined, but we're just letting up a lot of even strength goals. I'm considering changing up. If we don't score, if they get this game here, it's going to Game 7. Anything can happen in Game 7. We'll have to see in this game. If nothing is working on our power play in this game, I'm going to have to change it up a little bit. But here we go. Game 6 up against Carolina. In Carolina, they've kind of stormed their way back into this series. 3-2 lead for the Flyers. Come on, boys. We got to end this series. Come on. First period. 1-0. There we go. It's a good start. Jake Voracek on Cam Ward. About 2 minutes in. Nicely done. All right. We're getting outshot again, though. 12 shots to 6. Come on, defense. Help out Mason a bit here, boys. Come on. Mason can't be doing everything back there. Second period. All right, I'll take it. We caught back up his shots, which is good. We really limited their shots in that game, in that period. That's for damn sure. They might have only had like 2 or 3 shots in that second period, and we stormed back for a lot. All right, so we got a 1-goal lead going into the third. I am not comfortable with this lead at all. Not comfortable with this lead at all. But that lead, I'll be a little bit more comfortable with. Brandon McMillan does get 1 from the point. 2-0 lead for the Flyers. Come on, can we hold on? 5-on-4 power play again. Yeah, our power play is not cashing in on its opportunities, but we took the shots lead, and that might be all she wrote here, boys. The Flyers just pounded shots here in this third period. They came back firing, and Steve Mason will once again, for the second time in this series, will post a shutout, and that'll do it for the Carolina Hurricanes, as the Flyers will win the series 4-2 as they post another shutout, winning 2-1 in game number 6. So the games where Carolina outshot us, they really had us in that series. But the games where we outshot them by a lot and we had a nice little decent lead, we held on for it. So that's a very good game there from the Flyers to hold on to that win. All right, yes, the series is in the rearview mirror, and now we're off to the next round, and we face adversity and try if this team can accomplish anything if we're on the same page. There we go. Nice job there, boys. Nice job. Way to fight back in that series. All right, so how are the Phantoms doing? Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Is that who they're playing in the first rounds? They are, and they're down 2-1, facing elimination, actually. So hopefully the Phantoms can fight back in their series. Actually, you know what? Let's switch back here. Let's switch back. If we can advance a day without, going into the next round of the playoffs, Ryan White is available to play. Good. So let's just do that substitution real quick. Let's take Belmar out, put Ryan White back in. Yes, I'm clicking the A button, thank you. And let's go back to our special teams here, back on the penalty kill. Take Simmer out, and we could put Ryan White back in there. Cool. All right, so White will get a couple days to rest here. Yeah, so we should not have the next game of that series yet for our NHL team. So let's hold the team meeting here in the AHL. See if we can get these guys motivated a little bit. So we go home for the loss. Once again, don't get flustered. Just execute out there. There you go. Go with the second option. It works every time. All right, so let's see if this Phantoms team can get a win here over Wilkes-Barre Scranton, and see if they can push it to a Game 5. So here we go. First period against Wilkes-Barre, 1-1. Edgar O'Sullivan gets 1, but Elwanuk gets 1. Tomac. I don't know why Matej Tomac's starting. That might be the reason we're losing games, but hopefully the Phams can pick it up for him. Second period, 3-2. Konechny gets 1, but D and Roney. This might be it for the Phantoms. Third period. Oh, they tie it up. Taylor Lear gets 1 on Tristan Jarry late. So it's a tie game. Overtime. That's it. Rust on Matej Tomac. I don't know why Matej Tomac was in there. Stoli should have been starting. But that's it. The Phantoms are unfortunately out of the playoffs in the first round. The Calder Cup champions from last year are out. And that's very, very unfortunate. So let's advance a day here in the NHL. Let's see who we're going to play in the next round. Still don't know who we're going to play yet. But now that the Phantoms are out, we can willy-nilly call people up and down. All right, let's stop the simulation. And it's going to be Pittsburgh. Of course it is. All right, so let's check out the point totals there, though, for the first series. I definitely want to take a look at our power play numbers as well before we go into the next series as well. All right, so let's take a look at our point totals, though. Wayne Simmons with 5 points in 6 games. Jacob Voracek with 5 points, 4 goals from Jake. Appreciate that. TJ Oshie with 4 assists. Sean Couturier with 3 points. Braden Shen with 3 points. Claude Giroux with only 3. Was probably expecting a little bit more out of G, but Wayne Simmons stepped up big time. Same thing with Voracek. Matt Reed with 2. Lawton with 2. Kruger with 2. Gagne and McMillan with 1 apiece. All right, and then defensively, we got Shane Gostisbehere with 3 points. Ivan Provorov with 2. He's up to an 84 now, which is, I like that a lot. Luke Shen with 1. Delzato with 1. Hag and Sanheim don't have anything, but Sanheim's up to an 86. And then if we look at the goaltenders here, Neuwirth did get in there for 1 game. He got the loss. Don't know what he got the loss for. How many shots did he face? Shots against 1. So he probably got put in there for that 1 game that Mason probably got pulled. Probably one of those 5-2 games, but nonetheless. Mason had 6 starts there. He did post 2 shutouts, so that's why his goals against average is down there at 2.07. 4-2, 0.927 save percentage, and 2 shutouts for Stevie May in that first series. So not too terrible, but I definitely want to take a look at our team stats here for the power play. I want to look at the power play right now in the playoffs. Power play percentage. Power play percentage for the Flyers is down there at 19.05%. So it's definitely down there. But we've had 21 power plays, so we've had a lot of power plays. We're just not really executing on them, I guess. What's the other team's power plays like? Well, actually, we're 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're 5. So 20%, which is like, what is that? 20%. 4 out of yeah, so it's like 1/5 of our power plays we get goals. So I guess that's accurate, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I was overthinking it. Maybe we were getting power play goals. Maybe it just doesn't show up in the in-game simulation that power play goals happen. I'm not sure. Maybe it does. You guys can let me know. But after the first round, we got Colorado being Minnesota in 7, San Jose being Nashville in 6, LA beating Calgary in 5, and Edmonton sweeping Chicago. And then the East, we got Philly over Carolina in 6, Pittsburgh over Boston in 6, Tampa Bay over Toronto in 5, and then Buffalo over New Jersey in 5. So in the West, you got the Colorado Avalanche up against the San Jose Sharks and the Edmonton Oilers up against the Los Angeles Kings. And then the East, you have a rematch of round 1 of year 1. The Philadelphia Flyers against the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Buffalo Sabres up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. All right, so we got the Battle of Pennsylvania once again in the playoffs. Pittsburgh was the team to knock us out of the playoffs in the first year, and they are also the team that stole that first seed from us in the regular season. So there definitely is some bad blood out there for these teams right now. So it's going to be another Battle of Pennsylvania here in the playoffs. Pittsburgh did get the better end of us last time, but let's see if the Flyers will be able to counteract that and see if we can move on to the Eastern Conference Finals next time. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe as always. And round 2 is coming up next, Philly and Pittsburgh.